welcome back to a new video. Give me a thumbs up because I appreciate it, and hit that subscribe button. And what we're gonna do in this video, we're gonna tackle the project of show you with this bottle of water. I know you saw it in my other video, but let's see it again. Give it a little push. See how it just goes? Oh, it stopped right there on the corner, but there's a nasty slope sitting here in the corner. And so you see the sill plate, and it's sloping down right here. I don't know how far it drops down, but I think that's the start of our drop off. So me and David, we're gonna rip all this apart. The other problem could be here, where we found the joists are basically held on to nothing. But then the other problem is this right here. So you can see it's rotted wood. It's not treated lumber. Nothing bracing this in, and then you can see it's sagging. And I'm surprised this hasn't fell in. What nasties are we gonna uncover? Does that wobble? Yeah.
That board's doing nothing.
Here's the basement where they join. So you can see the 2x4 where it's structural, where it's framed all the way up to the second floor. And then it's sitting right here on the other 2x4, which runs to the basement. And then here you got the joist. The problem is when it's not built right the first time, and you can just wiggle this around, and then it's connected here, and then connected here to the joist. We got a jack up here right now. Probably gonna have to put another one right here. But hence the reason why everything's sloping in the kitchen, the stairs, and then also the second floor. How did that not go? Can you see the hole through there? Let's see. Yeah, you can see daylight. Oh, there's the daylight right there. Oh, man, a little peeper. And water coming through. So that's got to be fixed too. Look at that. One problem leads to another problem, and then eventually done. We set up a temporary workbench with sawhorses underneath. So this was the cabinet or the shelving unit that we pulled out of the stairway, but we're using that as the workbench for the miter, brought to you by David. So he had these sawhorse clamps or universal clamps that you can buy. Here's what they look like, and I just looked online and they cost around $7.98 for a set. So you just need 2 of these. So 8 legs total, but we figured that out in the long run, but this is gonna save us time and our backs. Me and Dave are twinsies. We don't have, whoa! All right.
A little bit of rubble in the way.
Yep. Obviously we got the stairs off, and now we gotta pull ourselves up, but I went to my mom's and got a ladder, so we don't have to. But if we look at this, we're gonna put this level here. You see where the level's at? Our slope in the kitchen. So let's drop this down just to see. So we're about that far uneven, which starts right here. So we gotta jack this bad boy up. Ooh. Look at this. See this one? So this was on the stairs. This is where you could feel the slope as well. So we're talking, but this, so this is good here, but it's sloping like a mofo right here in the corner. Ooh. Didn't even make it to the wall. Perfect. Good enough. Sometimes good enough is good enough. One, two, three, 4 jack posts in place. We got it somewhat level up in the kitchen to where you really got to push the water bottle, which is a good thing. So we got our baseline Excelanto, but as we were raising it up, there was, I think, a 2x4 inside here, and you can see the 2x4 right here up in the kitchen that runs all the way up to the second story joist. But you can see this 2x8 is only this 2x8. This 2x8 is only in the middle of this 2x4. So this is the base. I don't know if that's the code, or in my opinion, my personal opinion, it just doesn't look right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna add another section of 2x8 here before we drywall it. We got 16 2x4s. We got some 1x6s, so 7 1x6s for the stair tread. Then we got some treated 2x4s. Obviously these are gonna go on the walls where it could collect moisture, and then also the ground for the cement flooring. Then we got, what else do we got? We got 2 non-treated 2x8s, 3 treated 2x8s for the walls again. We got some liquid nails. We got some concrete repair for that hole I was showing. Some 2.5-inch screws, some 3-inch screws, some shims, some foam, and then we got some cartridges for our air nailer for the 2x4s. I'm finding little gems or little things that need to be repaired. So hopefully this is our last one. Check this out. We found that the previous owners made some type of repair in here that made it way uneven to where we couldn't lay the plates correctly for the studs and everything that we need to make this platform connect. So David started shipping this away and found this little issue. So it's another setback. So we gotta clean this out, and then we're gonna lay some cement in here. Oh, all right, cutting it on the bucket is way easier. Get your blade, slice. Checking back in. We got the concrete already done. It's been sitting here for 7 days, so we're ready to go. David is here working hard on trying to figure out where he's gonna lay the bottom plates, right? They're called plates?
Yep.
I'm not a framer at all, so I didn't even know they were called plates. I thought they were just 2x4s. Yeah. See, you're learning something new every day. So the bottom and top 2x4 are called plates. Top and bottom plate. Whoop, whoop. 2, 1.
And you always do a double top plate by overlapping them the opposite way so it ties the walls together at the corner.
Tech tip tool. So here we have a plumb bob. This is new to me as well, but it's like a level, like that guy right there, except for if you're trying to match the floor up level with, let's say, plumb. Yeah, plumb. I like that, David. Plumb. So if you're trying to be plumb to the top, you can just hook up your plumb bob right here, all the way down, and then it'll give you a nice level line. We just looked this up on Amazon. It's about 14, 15 bucks. Good tool to add to the arsenal. Plumb bob. Not level, but plumb, as David would say. We have our measurements for the bottom plates for the platform. Now we're gonna nail these in with some glue so we have something to frame off of.
Number 4 charge, and we bought a whole new box of them, but I might already have enough for this job, so we might take them back.
Invest in. All right, man. The one thing that I did wrong, which I already told you, I'm not an expert on what we're doing. So I'm learning as we go, and I'm gonna call out my boo-boos. So I made a little mistake, and I'll show you what mistake I made. So if you remember, come on, we'll get a little bit closer, but if you remember, I had to cement this back edge of the basement floor because it chipped away. And me, being for my first time, I should have cemented this whole thing out so that way it was flush and level. So future note, if I do anything different in the future, I'm gonna make sure I level my basement floor. So I'm just calling myself out. Good tip. I still gotta remember this all the time. I don't know why it keeps tricking my brain, but top plate, bottom plate keeps screwing me up. I keep asking David, what is that again? Top and bottom plate. So we have the base of the stairs or the platform built, and it is built like a brick house, man. You can't move it. So it's a solid structure. You can see we're joined to the joists here on the left side and then also the right side, so it's pretty solid. Now all we got to do is build the base, which is what we're going to do next. Inch rise, and then we got what, an 8 and 11/16 run. This is a 7-inch rise, so the rise is right here, the rise. So there's 4 risers, or 4 steps too. So the distance to here with flooring, 6.5. So we can be 3/8 off. So we're good. What is that? 7, 7, 7. All right. We finished the landing area. We are going to use the existing stairs and stringers that were from the landing down to the cement of the basement. But what we have to do now is we have to measure and cut out stringers from the landing to the kitchen. And I don't know much about cutting stringers. As I said, I'm learning as I'm going. So I'm gonna call out that I'm a noob on cutting stringers. So I watched a few videos. There's a YouTube channel called Training Hands Academy. He has 2-part video on cutting stringers for stairs. I suggest go check them out. I'm going to put them in the description below for those video links. For any of you that are watching this video, it helped me a ton. This is where we're at. So we have the existing stair stringers, like I said. We have our platform built. Here we have a 4x4 running into the corner of the kitchen, all the way down to the base structure, which is supporting the weight of the kitchen. This is where we had the slope. So we use jacks to get it up to the level or the slope we wanted, and then we put this in to support that. We still have 1 jack in here. We'll put another 4x4 in here and connect it to these. We have this 4x4 right here in this corner, and you can see it is mounted here to the cement foundation on this galvanized bracket. So now what we got to do is we got to cut our stringers so they sit here from the kitchen and land directly here. And then the door can't hit it, obviously. So, and we have to be within code. So the stair rise, or the rise of the steps, a maximum of 7 3/4, and they can't change between steps of a maximum of 3/8 of an inch. So we got to get that in. And then the run, which is the steps, they have to be a minimum of 9 inches. So we have to keep that in mind when we're building these stringers. So we need 3 stringers. Another quick tip, I found this website and it's at mycarpentry.com. This website's amazing because you can do an automatic stringer calculation based on the rise, or you can do a manual entry, and then you can do a standard stringer or a flush stringer. So you can decide how you want to enter this data, and it automatically gives you the calculations. So I'm going to put that description below as well. My suggestion, based on the YouTube video, if you watch it, take some cardboard and then make your templates. So templates are nice because it's cardboard that you're probably going to burn or recycle or do whatever you're going to do with it, and you're not going to waste $30 pieces of lumber. Now, use your templates, and based on that video, you're going to need a square and then a mark, and David had these clips that I clipped onto this square to give us exact measurements for the stringers. So I started off, and this was my first measurement based on my run, and it fit. It fit for sure. The only problem is this last rise and run was in the way of the door. So that's a problem. So then I got the second piece and then the third piece, and the third piece fits just right. We have a little helper today. We got Carter, my oldest, with me. He's gonna take this tape measure and he's gonna measure down to the stringer bracket for us. Flip this around the other way, so you want the big spot. Yep. There you go. And then you're gonna go right to this, and then we're gonna look right here. Oh, what's that distance? Right here. What is that?
5 inches.
Oh, yep, 5 inches to this, but right here, this piece right here. What's that? 4.5?
Yeah.
Carter and me got the stringer brackets put in, didn't we?
Yeah.
Was it hard?
No.
Not really? Okay. Right there, we got the stringer brackets. I like these because they loop all the way around the stringer and then get reinforcement because they're about 1 inch above the stringer. So we got them all in. We're gonna screw them all in and then put the steps on and the risers. Let's slide this stringer over to 14 1/4. I'll hold the tape measure. Okay. Slide that over. Oh, other way. Keep going. You want the edge to be 14 1/4. Keep going, keep going. Right. That line, see that line?
Yeah.
Right there? This side, though. The other side. Oh. Keep going. Ooh, you just went past it. There you go. Bing, 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 bing. Lunchtime. I feel, Carter, every time you hang out with me, you always try to get me to buy you lunch, don't you? Yeah, you do. Sort of. What's a good story for today? What happened? Anything crazy?
You tell him.
I tell them.
Yep.
Okay. So we got in and we're working at the top of these stairs here. See that? Whoa, it's always backwards. Woo! So it's right there by the door. Carter decided he wanted to lean backwards to open area and flip backwards off the steps. That was the scariest thing I've ever had occur to me with one of my kids, but he's okay. You're okay, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My head hurts.
Your head hurts a little bit. You got a little bump. You got a bump?
Right
Huh?
here.
Yeah, there's a little goose egg, but no concussion. You didn't break your neck. Push on the back a little bit, not too hard. All right, well, yep. Good. Ah, you got my finger. Ah, no, I already had that cut. All right. All right, line it up. It's a weird angle, isn't it? This is the last update until we start the bathroom. Woohoo! Good news is we have the stairs in place and they are solid. Up to the kitchen. Dun dun dun. Sweet. I had a perfect helper today. Carter Wallace. And all we did is we added this framing in. So that way it's supported by the 4x and the 4x here. Put a little 2x4 in here to support this left side stringer. The right side stringer is screwed into the foundation with these screws right here. We had a bit for that. So this is solid. This is solid. We got our hangers sitting here on our stringers. Rock and roll.